Maybe this feels familiar. You walked away, and at first she seemed fine, maybe even cold, distant, like she didn't care at all. You told yourself she'd never notice, that your absence wouldn't mean a thing. But deep down, there's this quiet ache, a question that keeps circling your mind. Does she even realize what she lost? Does she even feel it? If this is you, you know the torment of that silence. Days pass and you replay everything. The way she brushed you off, the way she acted like you didn't matter. And part of you wonders, was I really that forgettable? Could I be that easy to replace? It cuts deep because you gave her a piece of yourself and now it feels like it's vanished into nothing. But what if that's not the truth? What if her calm mask isn't calm at all? What if the moment you're truly gone, not half in, not waiting, not secretly hoping, is the very moment the panic sets in for her? What happens inside her when she realizes the man she thought would always be there finally isn't? Most men get this wrong because they confuse being gone with playing games. They think disappearing for a few days, ignoring her texts, or pretending not to care will somehow spark panic in her. But that isn't true detachment. It's still rooted in the hope that she'll notice. And she can feel that energy. She knows you're still orbiting around her, even in your silence. Now, this is what you have to understand. A woman doesn't panic when you're physically absent. She panics when she feels your energy is no longer tied to her. When your mind, your emotions, and your sense of self are completely reclaimed. That's when the shift happens. The core masculine principle is this: presence is power, but so is absence. Not the absence that comes from sulking or punishing, but the absence that comes from being truly centered in yourself, so deeply grounded that you don't need her reaction to validate your worth. Most men believe holding on tighter is strength. The truth is, strength is when you can let go completely and still stand tall. She scrolls through her phone at night, half distracted, half expecting your name to light up the screen the way it always used to. But it doesn't. The messages that once came like clockwork are gone, and the silence feels heavier than she thought it would. At first, she told herself you were probably just busy or maybe trying to play a game. But deep down, something feels different this time. You're not lurking on her stories anymore. You're not typing and deleting, leaving little traces of hope. You've vanished, not in anger, not in some desperate attempt to be noticed, but in a way that feels final, like you've truly stepped back into your own world. She laughs at something her friend says, but the sound rings hollow. In the quiet moments, her thoughts drift back to you. Why hasn't he reached out? Why doesn't he care anymore? Did I push him too far? The questions swirl, and for the first time, she realizes she doesn't have the comfort of your constant presence. The panic creeps in slowly, not because you're gone from her phone, but because she can feel you're gone from her heart. And that's the absence she never thought she'd have to face. A lot of men believe that if they just stop texting for a while, she'll chase them. They think silence alone creates panic. But silence without self-respect isn't power, it's waiting in disguise. If your mind and emotions are still wrapped around her, she feels it, and it doesn't draw her back. Another false belief is that women panic when you're angry, cold, or trying to punish them. The truth is, what shakes her isn't your rage or withdrawal, it's your peace. It's when she senses you're no longer tethered to her approval, when your energy belongs fully to yourself again. That's what makes her question everything. She didn't leave you, you left yourself first. She doesn't panic when you disappear, she panics when you stop waiting. The 3% man doesn't confuse distance with power. He doesn't pull away hoping she'll notice, and he doesn't stay close hoping she'll choose him. This is what he understands. When he's truly gone, it isn't about silence or games. It's about a deeper shift inside of him. He no longer ties his sense of worth to her attention. This is how he leads with presence, not pressure. When he's with her, he's grounded, calm, and connected. When he's away, his life is still full, his energy still centered, his identity intact. He's not waiting in the shadows. He's not rehearsing what to say. He's not measuring his value by her response. The difference is simple but profound. Most men leave physically but remain emotionally chained. The 3% man frees himself completely. And that freedom, that peace she can feel but can't control, is what stirs her in ways chasing never could. He stares at the phone, the silence stretching like an endless road. For days, maybe weeks, he's been measuring his value by a screen that never lights up. Every second of waiting feels like proof that he wasn't enough, that he was too easy to walk away from. The ache in his chest is real, but so is the quiet whisper beneath it. It hits him in a wave, not with fire, but with a calm that feels heavier than his grief. I was never meant to live my life in someone else's shadow. He realizes he hasn't just been waiting on her. He's been waiting on himself, waiting to return to the man who once knew his own strength without needing to be reminded. His breathing steadies. The fear of being forgotten begins to dissolve, replaced by the memory of who he is when no one else defines him. For the first time, he doesn't wonder what she's thinking or if she'll come back. Instead, he feels something stronger. The peace of being truly gone from her grasp and finally back in his own. The moment you stop waiting for her is the moment she realizes you are the one she could never replace.